flag. 25 laps the distance for the Everett Auto Parts Sport 4's Dan Hayes. And Henry Lavallee will bring the field out for the green flag. KJ looks the field over as they come off of 4, waves the twin greens. We're underway as Hayes and Lavallee jump up, and Hayes missed the shift. Lavallee sets the pace down into turn number 1 with the 8 of Johnson following him through up on the outside.
Into 3 and 4 they go. Double wide for third is your battle between Leduc and Dan Hayes. He's able to slide back and take the spot away from Leduc. Here comes Bowser filling the hole in on the inside. She currently sits in that 5th spot into turn 2.
Justin Leduc working that outside lane, trying to get towards the top as Hayes has worked himself back up into 3rd, settling it back in off of turn number 4. Up front, Lavallee and Johnson trying a little bit of a breakaway from the rest of the field as they hit turns 1 and 2.
Lavallee and Johnson continue that breakaway. 3, almost 4 wide for the moment. Freitas didn't have the momentum as Bowser and Leduc make a Hayes sandwich as they cross the start-finish line. Give that 3rd spot to Bowser for the moment. 3 wide still as well. Freitas has to slide back, settle in for that 5th spot.
Freitas settles in 5th as Leduc and Bowser continue to race side by side for that 3rd position. They come off the corner. Bowser's got the advantage there as Freitas sits right on her back bumper down through turns 1 and 2. She gets a little bit squirrely. Here comes Leduc back up on the outside. Freitas dives it down to the inside. Not able to make a move that time. And up front, we got a battle for the lead as Richie Johnson takes a peek to the inside of Henry Lavallee. They come off of turn number 2, working for that lead down into 3.
Into 3 and 4 they go, still side by side for the lead. For the moment, coming to the stripe, give it to Johnson by a quarter of a car length, with Bowser sitting in 3rd. Leduc getting a run up on the inside, and Crystal Murray all of a sudden finds herself creeping in that battle for the 4th spot.
Down the backstretch they go, and Richie Johnson sets the pace off of turn number 2. The 89 Lavallee still sits 2nd, right up on his tail. They've broken away about 9 car lengths ahead of the 7 of Taylor Bowser. She rides right in front of the 42. Jarrod Freitas sits right there on a bumper as they go side by side for 5th. The 38 of Murray underneath Leduc in that black and red 02. Leduc slides back to 6 as they hit turns 1 and 2.
Down the backstretch they go, and Johnson still able to set the pace off of turn number 4. Lavallee behind him by about a car length, with the battle for 3rd heating up between Freitas and Bowser. Give it to Freitas by a car length at the stripe.
Jarrod up into the number 3 position. Now he's got a heavy task of closing in on the top 2, have broken away almost a full straightaway ahead of 3rd place. But Freitas has been one of the fastest cars all year long with 3 feature wins to show. And now he starts closing in on the top 2. We are 10 laps in, and it is Richie Johnson setting the pace. Henry Lavallee 2nd. Jarrod Freitas 3rd, Crystal Murray 4th, and Taylor Bowser rounding out the top 5.
Problems for Dan Hayes a little deeper in the field in that 14 car. You turn your attention back to the front of the pack. Johnson, who had a great last Saturday, winning multiple events at our throw show, still searching for his first career Sport 4 win. He's looking good so far, leading at lap number 12 with the battle for the 5th spot heating up. Leduc chasing Bowser for P5.
Down the backstretch they go into turn number 3, and KJ shows the field to cross flags. A baker's dozen complete, dozen remaining for the 8 of Richie Johnson, the Matty Tire Machine, leading the charge off the back straightaway. Henry Lavallee still sits 2nd. 3rd is Freitas. He is closing in that gap, but he may run out of time before he can get there. We are at lap number 14. There's 11 laps remaining.
Johnson continues to set the pace as he leads the charge down the back straightaway. Field comfortably stretching themselves out for the moment. Ranger Whitman McLaughlin spinning in the middle of turns 2 and 3. Our first caution of this one comes out at lap number 14.
They call that space between turns 3 the back straightaway.
That's true.
So Whitman is able to get that car refired, will fall in at the tail end of the field, but that half a straightaway advantage that Richie Johnson and Henry Lavallee were enjoying over Jarrod Freitas has now gone to the wayside. Richie bringing the field down at a slow pace down into turn number 3, looking for his first career Sport 4 win. The rookie contender out of Middleborough comes off the corner, jumps up on the throttle. Green flag is out. We're underway. Johnson and Lavallee race down into 1. It is Johnson leading the charge down the back straightaway. Lavallee shutting the door on Freitas. Freitas could not take advantage of that inside lane. He still sits back in third, and we've got 10 to go.
They approach turn one. Johnson continues to set the pace. Freitas able to take away that third spot from Crystal Murray as they head towards the back straightaway. We have a side-by-side battle for the fifth spot between Bowser and Leduc. Bowser able to slide up underneath the O2 machine. Mikey LeFort still in it as well in seventh.
Freitas takes a peek down to the inside of Lavallee, down through turns 1 and 2. They come down the back straightaway, and Lavallee is not able to shut the door down into turn number 3. Battle off of 4. Freitas evens up with Lavallee, edges out at the stripe, 17 laps up on the board. Richie Johnson trying to get a breakaway, but here comes Freitas all of a sudden up into the number 2 spot.
Crystal Murray now finds herself in fourth, trying to get a good side-by-side run with Henry Lavallee. Backs off the throttle. Caution is out. Garrett Kuhn going around in turn 2, so we are slowed up for the second time. 18 laps on the board, 7 to go.
Richie Johnson trying to pick up win number 1 in his career on a Friday evening. KJ looks him over. Johnson bringing him down at a slow clip. There's the green flag. We're back underway. And Johnson trying to get the jump. Look at Crystal Murray up to the outside, trying to make a run there while she goes up. Here comes Leduc through the center. He is now up inside the top 5 while Freitas trying to work himself to the top, but it's Johnson leading it off of 4.
Lavallee trying to fill the hole in on the inside, nothing doing as Leduc and Bowser battle side by side for fourth with Mikey LeFort. Crystal Murray trying to enter that fray as well, but as they cross the back straightaway, it is still Richie Johnson setting the pace by about a car length with 19 laps on the board.
19 complete, 6 remaining, and Johnson with a 2-car length advantage down the back straightaway as the field starts to stretch themselves out around the 3rd mile. 5 more circuits to go. Freitas trying to close in that gap, and let's see the times. Johnson just a tick quicker that time at the stripe as they come off at turn number 2, though. Freitas seems like he put on the afterburners and starts to close in one more time.
Field single file as they round turn 4. Johnson and continuing to set the pace. There's trouble from Leduc. Heavy smoke out of the O2. The rest of the field able to dodge as they cross turns 1 and 2. Scary situation avoided there. But Johnson still, through all that, continues to set the pace.
Freitas closes back in about a half a car length behind with 3 laps remaining. Jarrod running the laps of his life in a dead even lap time, that time at the stripe. Twin sticks up in the air. 2 more circuits to go. Richie Johnson trying to pick up his first career Sport 4 win. Now it's a car length difference down into turn number 1 as the 47 of Freitas tries to close in the gap one more time.
Johnson setting the pace into turns 3 and 4. White flag is out. One more circuit around for Richie Johnson, rookie contender. Jarrod Freitas still hard charging as they round the back straightaway. Johnson able to set the pace by a car length.
Into 3 and 4 for the final time. They come off of turn number 4. Checkered flag is in the air. Richie Johnson adds his name to the Sport 4 win list. Second place going to Jarrod Freitas. Henry Lavallee finishing 3rd. Taylor Bowser with a great run up into 4th. And rounding out the top 5 is Mikey LeFort. How about that? First time in victory lane. He has been close so many times. A round of applause for Richie Johnson. First time feature winner, Richie Johnson. You know, it's not like you and I have never spoken after a win before, but this one just hits a little bit different.
Yeah, it does. Obviously, we're new to this and been trying to figure it out week by week. And it seems like we've always had the speed early on, and the cautions kind of get to us. And I felt good early on. We had those 2 cautions, and I just was very nervous. But luckily, we got to hold on tonight.
A lot of fighting to get this car here tonight. Fine-tuning not only the car but yourself. This has really got to be a confidence builder going into the final half of the season.
Yeah, no, definitely, because obviously this is the time of year when it matters, so hopefully we can carry the momentum.
Now, you got a lot of wins over your career on the thrill shows. How does this rank up with those?
I mean, it's definitely a big achievement, but, you know, we'll see what we can do with the playoffs with the championship. That would be something special.
I know you got a lot of people to thank.
Yeah, I do. Matty Tire, Down Home Fence, Cornwell Tools by Alex Indek, and Andy Walker, J Corp Unlimited Excavation, Andrews Family Automotive, Moonlit Roots, Lynch and Convoy Insurance, and It's a Lascious Life. And I just got to thank my crew so much for all their help, and everyone out there in the pit. There's a lot of people that have been willing to help me, and especially Gil from TTM, Danny Massa, Mike Brightman, Tyler Jukanich. Just really appreciate everyone that's been helping me this year.
Coming off of 4, you saw the checkered flag in front of you. What was going through your mind?
I just feel like we finally achieved something. Today's something special. It's been a year since my grandfather passed away, and I kind of was using that for hopefully we could win one for him tonight, and I was just digging real hard, and it just felt real good to finally see that checkered flag.
Congratulations. Welcome to Victory Lane. Richie Johnson. Well, Jarrod, good run here tonight.
Thank you.
The car seems a little sluggish on the starts. It took a few laps to get going here tonight. Tell us about that fight with Richie for the win.
Yeah, he did a great job. I'm happy for him getting his first win. Just needed that last little bit to maybe mount an effort to try to get by him, but he did a great job. I'm happy for him. Much deserved.
It's got to feel real good back up on the podium, finishing second tonight.
Yeah, that was a good night. It's been an off couple weeks here and there. Yeah, it's good to get back up here for sure.
I know you got some people you want to thank.
Yeah, want to thank God up above first and foremost. Jaden Hamilton, the Tebows, my wife, my niece, my parents aren't here tonight. LH Belanger, starters and alternators in New Bedford, and Wayland City Collectibles, once again, for all your gold and silver needs in Fairhaven, Mass.
Congratulations, great run for second. Henry Lavallee back on the podium after a few weeks, and Henry, car looked good tonight, but just a little bit short.
A little more fine-tuning. We're going to be there, I think. Did a lot of work on it this week. Changed the whole suspension package. Definitely made a huge difference.
You've got to feel good getting back up on the podium here tonight.
Absolutely. Definitely aiming toward the pointy end of the stick again. That's the where we need to be.
I know you got some people to say thank you to.
Absolutely. TTM Motorsports, Gil Bradstreet. If it wasn't for his support every week, I wouldn't be here. You got Emergency Training Services, SaveLives.com, North Star Designs, and of course Seekonk Speedway for putting on a great venue every week for us.
Congratulations. Welcome back to the podium.